Hey everyone, so this will be my review of the glofish glow betta 3-gallon tank. So this is a 3-gallon cube. It is made of glass. For my own measurements, because I cannot find anything on this tank anymore online, which is weird because when I first bought it I could find stuff on it. Now I cannot find anything besides for my own videos and some other people's videos. But my own measurements came out to about 9.5 by 9.5 by 10.5 inches. That's length, width, and height. The height includes the base. So if you get rid of the base, you don't want it to include the base in your measurements. It's somewhere around 9.5 by 9.5 by 9. Or, yeah, 9.5 by 9.5 by 9.5 because it's a cube. And again, it is made of glass. The base is made of plastic though, and it has a glass top on it. I'm going to show off all of that in a moment here. The light, of course, is plastic. So the lighting is where I'm actually going to start with this tank. Is the main attraction, of course, of the glofish tanks. Any glofish tank for that matter. They are LEDs, of course. So you have what's on right now, which is the thing they call daylight. And then otherwise you also have the moonlight, which is what makes your glofish glow more. You can see my glofish is actually in the tank next to this tank. I'll get to the reason for that in a moment here. So there's just a switch that has off and then two ons. So you go to one side, it's the daylight one, and then the other side is just the blues or the night light. And I do have some glowfish stuff in here. This is glowfish, and this is actually just PetSmart's own brand of glowing things. So you see that's what your glowfish will do as well. If you want to see glowfish betta glowing under different colors of light, check out my channel. I do a video on that. And again, there is a reason why there's no fish in here, and I'll get to that later. Yeah. So, but you have nighttime, or you have the daytime, or off, of course. So that's the main attraction of these tanks, is the lighting. Alright, now I'm going to show off the light a bit closer here, so be prepared to be blinded. So it is just a bar here. I don't know if you guys can see this, but there's a blue, a white, a blue, and a white. So there's 4 LEDs here. So when you have it on daylight, you have both the blues and the whites on. And then you have it on nighttime, it's just or night light, or whatever they call it. Then it'll just be, of course, the blue ones. So that's pretty common with tanks that have the night lights, and the normal daylight ones is they'll have during daytime it's both colors on. Nighttime is just the blues on. That's just usually how it is. It's a nice little strip. It's a nice looking little thing. And this is just a nice looking black top, black topped light, and then it just has these hinges here. And we'll call them hinges. That's probably not the correct word, but it just kind of sits on to the back of the tank. And yeah. And it sits on there nicely. You can move it out of the way if you need to, so you can do stuff inside the tank and whatnot. And then you do have a glass top here. So one of my complaints about this tank is I have this actually on backwards at the moment. But if you have it like this, you can actually put in food in the front here. If you put it on normally, because there is a little black thing I will show off in a moment here. I just have it off for a second, that sits on here to cover up your filter compartment. That way that is hidden. There's really no, you can move it back a tiny bit if you wanted to, but there's no feeder hole, which I really do like when tanks have feeder flaps or holes or whatever. I mean, you could put some food in here and stuff. So what I do is I just slide it back a little bit. But I just like it when they actually have a nice little compartment, nice little spot for you to actually put food in. Yeah, this is just kind of a pain to have to slide this thing back and forth. I know, first world issues, right? But still. Then the filter back here. So you have, here is your actual pump. The pump is down there. It is adjustable. It's actually quite a bit adjustable. More on that in a bit here. Then here is your medium filter cartridge. This is just a Tetra internal filter cartridge, size medium, which doesn't do any biological filtering in and of itself. But on the back, though, there is also a biological filter. And then you see there is enough room for a small heater. I have I think it's a 50-watt heater in here. It's just a small guy. It's probably like 3 or 4 inches long. And it fits in there just fine. The back compartment is actually a decent spot for it. Since the water is getting pumped into this compartment anyway, it'll get pumped back out and sucked back in and pumped back out. And at the same time, it'll be heated, which is good. As bettas should have a heated tank. They should be 75 to 80 or so. Somewhere in there. So now talk about this filter. I'll show you guys. You can see the flow rate here is pretty strong. You see all the stuff flying around. And you can see my little pieces of grassy like things here. And over here. So that's my main issue with this tank is the filter is just going to be pretty strong for a betta. This is a small tank. It is only 3 gallons, and some of that is taken up by the compartment in the back. My guess is you're talking around 2.5 gallons. So between 2.5 to 3 gallons of actual usable space. And then, of course, you put in your gravel and your decoration stuff and takes up even more space. And that, to me, the filter is just too strong. You see the stuff in back there going flying around. And again, you can see my little grass stuff moving around quite a bit. So it is a pretty strong filter. This is on the lowest setting. You see, even have a piece down there. That's even getting blown around. So yeah, the filter is on the lowest setting right now, and it is getting blown around. That is why I'm going to be returning this tank personally. And again, you see I have my Glow Betta in my Aqueon 7.5 gallon shrimp tank at the moment, which is nowhere near as strong, and she really likes it in there. This would have just been blowing her around way too much. Well, of course, when bettas get blown around too much from the filter, that stresses them out, which can lead to a early death on them. So I'm not even risking putting a betta in here because I'm thinking it's just way too strong of a flow rate. Again, even on the lowest setting, turn the thing up all the way, it'll be really making your betta go around in circles. So that's the main annoyance. Then my second annoyance was the lack of somewhere to put the food in easily. And then I just want to show it off with the little black piece here. Mine does not fit 100% flush because I have the heater cord back here, which is a pretty thick cord. Would block some of it. So it's not 100% flush, but it would be sitting flush. You do not have a cord sitting back there. And of course, you can move the cords to either side as well. So that's what it looks like with that. And this is a nice looking tank. I definitely will say that. Again, I believe they just took one of the old Marineland tanks and rebranded it and changed it up just a tiny bit. Different lighting on it, different filter on it. And they market it as this now. There we go. So, again, this is a very nice looking tank. It's just, for bettas, to me, it's just too strong. Personally, I would not put any other type of glowfish in a 3-gallon tank. That's just too small for any of the other glowfish fish. I might be able to use shrimp in this. They also might get sucked into that filter. So I might not be able to do them either. Snails would be fine in here, of course. I mean, snails are good in pretty much anything. But yeah, I'm personally going to be returning it due to the filter just being too strong, even on the lowest setting. Yeah, so thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys have a good one. Stay tuned for more videos, and we'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.